Tag 3 hier in San Francisco. Heute Morgen werden wir im Vault verbringen, wo wir 3 Präsentationen haben. Ich freue mich bereits auf die 3 Präsentationen und am Nachmittag wird es ein spezielles Programm geben.
If you want to transform your company, you also need to change the way you think about employee communication, engagement, and how you get these people to pick up their things and go with you on this journey.
Well, I'll start with kind of my story, I guess, and why I started the company and just like where we're at, I guess. So like I said, I'm one of the co-founders of CAS. It's pretty game changing. So there's more mechanisms, as I mentioned. We do proactively prompt people to interact as well. So we call this nominations, basically. And what we do is, at the end of the month or the end of the quarter,
Having me. Thanks for the introduction. Cool. Yeah. So yeah, I'm Kate Tomlinson. Going to be talking a little bit about energy blockchain use cases more generally, and then a little bit more in detail about the startup that I've been working on in particular, so you can get a flavour of kind of what that's been like and exactly what problem we're solving within that space. That's kind of what it looks like. So the 5 areas here that I see blockchain being most useful, and I'll explain why. First of all, on the regulation side, so we have all these different, in that name, I think there's a great opportunity for using blockchain to be a better kind of accounting and settlement ledger for those different types of credit, and that's the kind of use case I'll go into in a bit more detail. The second, the trading, by speeding up the pace of settlement for those transactions, you can reduce that credit risk and kind of streamline the whole.
So I'm really happy I invited Luke. Luke and I worked together in my first job, or the job I came back to San Francisco for, the Smart City Incubator. That's where we met, and we both moved on. And Luke joined Beat Labs to make blockchain his profession. And what he's going to present is really, now there's an app for that. Well, there's Beat for blockchain, and with that, Luke, thank you.
It's true. Okay, so I like to speak loudly and cogently, so I won't belabor any points. I also want to make this interactive, so to the degree possible, interrupt me and ask questions. Blockchain seems to be like magic up in the air. It is. Many CMOs will come out and say, blockchain is 2 things. It will solve all of your problems, and it's here right now. Neither are true, come on. Let's kind of take a step away from fantasy and go into reality. That's how governments buy stuff. And so Berkeley's going to request for a proposal blockchain solutions around public financing to release microbonds and allow anybody to participate, even if you're not an accredited investor. So right now, mostly municipal bonds go to big investment banks and those with 5K or more. We want to allow anybody with $5 to buy into their own neighborhood bonds. So that's one solution. This Friday, by the way, Rhode Island, the state of Rhode Island, is closing their deadline for blockchain use case RFPs, and so we're applying to that as well. Rhode Island is quietly looking at doing blockchain public financing and investment vehicles, as well as Syracuse. I mean, we already built for them a token economy, so there's Syracuse coins now, and we went into closed pilot last week. So I'm just saying, there's a whole lot of activity around blockchain, and governments are adopting it. And little did you know that the Commonwealth Bank of Australia, they also issued a blockchain bond, and so the Commonwealth Bank of Australia issues a bond like that, y'all might want to pay attention too.
Also, heute Morgen haben wir gehört, was Startups so machen. 3 Startups haben sich vorgestellt, die so rund ein Jahr alt ist. Und was man gespürt hat, ist der Enthusiasmus, der so herrscht. Eben, das Ja und, man will etwas machen, man will weitermachen. Im ersten Fall ist es darum gegangen, wirklich die Werte von einer Firma zu verkörpern. das alles digital, logischerweise, wir sind da im Silicon Valley. Und was dann eine spannende Diskussion kam, ist, dass man die Leute nicht vergisst, die eben nicht digital sind, die Workers und Arbeiter. Das ist eigentlich eine der Herausforderungen. Im zweiten Fall ist es um Blockchain gegangen, im Zusammenhang mit Energie und dem ganzen Austausch. Und die Möglichkeiten, die Blockchain bietet und einfach auch da wieder der Enthusiasmus, wie man neben der Ausbildung so ein Startup gründet und auch schon Preise gewinnt und man da ist, das ist mega schön gewesen, um das zu spüren, wie viel Euphorie dahinter ist. Und der dritte ist genau in die gleiche Richtung gegangen. Ich habe irgendwann Blockchain und Euphorie und was alles möglich ist unglaublich. Und auch die Cases, die schon dran sind beeindruckend gewesen. Und ich glaube, den Spirit, den müssen wir mitnehmen, dass man über etwas bewegen kann, wenn man will.
Mittwochnachmittag vom dritten Tag hier in San Francisco. Das Thema, das wir hatten, ist Diom. Das ist die Kurzform von Do It on Monday. Und eigentlich ist es darum gegangen, zu reflektieren, die ersten 2,5 Tage, die wir hier im Silicon Valley hatten. Was sind so die Erfahrungen, was sind auch die Learnings, die wir bereits mitgenommen haben. Und das eigentlich projiziert auf den nächsten Montag, sprich von dem, was wir gelernt haben, wie tun wir das anwenden und was machen wir jetzt am nächsten Montag. Den Nachmittag haben wir dann abgeschlossen, wie immer, durch eine Feedbackrunde, wo wir alles persönlich noch reflektiert haben in der Gruppe. Die Gruppenleiter oder Chief of the Day vom heutigen Tag haben das super gemacht. Sie haben nämlich das Thema vorgegeben, was ist denn unsere Passion, wie sieht das im jetzigen Job aus und allenfalls, was machen wir dann jetzt anders aufgrund von dieser Erkenntnis. Es war eine sehr spannende, aber auch intensive Feedbackrunde gewesen. Heute Abend dann sind wir noch beim Event bei Yelp. Das wird sicher auch wieder ganz spannend. Fängt am 7, halb 8 an und geht etwa bis am 9.
My name is Boone. I am the chapter head for San Francisco Products That Count. I've been doing this for about a little while, about a year, but I've been attending for almost 4 years, coming to these events way back when we were at SE's house and when they moved to Yelp. And Yelp has been so great to them. Today, we're going to talk about deep value advertising. So what does that mean? It's essentially this idea that rather than spamming your customers with ads and hoping that like some small quantity get the message, you work to forge like a very personal relationship, and you kind of collaborate with them, and you ask them to do something that sort of leads to an objective that you're looking to identify. We have obviously Google and Facebook, who are just like behemoths in this space. And it is really hired 50 contractors to help us with that in our sort of run-up as we were trying to match our legacy catalog. But you can imagine leveraging a solution like this to just send out 50,000 requests.